Hi Elasticsearch fans, I'm glad to see you again. In current lecture we are going to get some basic Elasticsearch conceptions, and later, after getting theory, we will go further with practice around it. So, Elasticsearch is a document-oriented, and it means that it stores entire object or document. It not only stores them, but also indexes the contents of each document in order to make them searchable. In Elasticsearch, you index, search, sort, and filter documents, not rows of columnar data as you used to see it at relational databases. And this is a fundamentally different way of thinking about data and is one of the reasons Elasticsearch can perform complex full-text search and other data operations which are impossible or hard to do at typical relational databases. So let's see how a typical JSON document looks like at Elasticsearch Engine. Here you can see some example of virtual hotel document, and as you see we have here some name of the hotel, some stars, location data, additional information around facilities and the date of creation. And that is a typical look of the typical view of Elasticsearch document inside. But how to add such a document, to Elasticsearch Engine? Before doing it, we have to understand the Elasticsearch data architecture. So at first layer we have indexes. We are organizing our data in indexes. Every index can have a lot of different types of document, and every type of document can have many different documents inside. And below you can see an example how we can add document. So we are using HTTP RESTful API, and here we are using special HTTP web put. Then we place index names and type name and then document ID. We can miss it and Elastic will add it by itself. And then we put a body. Generally that kind of record, that is the part of DSL, domain specific language, and it's very rich and flexible query language which is specified using JSON request body. So let's see how it looks like at practice. For example, using curl package. So we can type curl xput, then localhost and port of our Elasticsearch engine instance. Then we put hotels, that would be our index, hotels that would be type of document, and ID number 1. And then we put the body of JSON, and in that case that is the whole document that we saw at previous slide. And that's all, and in that case, while getting such request, Elasticsearch will automatically create the hotels index, then the hotel type, and then we'll add a coding document with ID 1. In the same way, we can change the HTTP word from put to get in order to retrieve the document. We also can use delete verb to delete the document. I want to say you several more words about the update nature. The deal is the Elasticsearch documents are immutable and they cannot be changed, only replaced. And during update operation, document is retrieved, then it changed, and then it reindexed again, the whole document, not the part of it. There is a partial update API, but it is only decorator that performs the same update procedure under the hood. I will attach link with partial update API documentation to attachment of current lecture also. What is the problem with using curl at that example? As you see, it is too inconvenient to use command line and curl package for implemented DSL queries. And why is it so? First of all, the problem lies in shell multiline problems by itself. While typing multiline commands, we have to escape them somehow. Equal, for example, at Linux, most of Linux system, we have to add backslashes. And another, and it is even more bigger problem, is JSON validation. JSON is very sensitive language, and it is enough to miss some comma or to add some unnecessary space, and validation will not pass, and as a result we will get an error. So we have to use some special tools to make our life more easier. And you can say, okay, so let's finally use some programming language. But I will repeat again here that we have to understand basic at first. So we will put learning programming languages and how to use it with Elasticsearch a little bit later. For that moment, we will use another special tools. That would be Elasticsearch Head plugin for Chrome and Postman tool. In order to stay at rather low level, in order we could see all requests, what is happening with Elasticsearch engine. In that way we will understand better how it works, and only then we will go further with programming languages. So thank you for your patience, and let's apply theory and practice. At next lecture we are going to install Elasticsearch Head plugin for Chrome. I will show you how to use Postman. We will add our first documents to Elasticsearch engine, and we will run our first search queries upon it. Thank you once more, and see you in next lecture.